Aquaman's cool. That's about the extent of the review. No, but seriously, the Aquaman trailer comes out and it sort of just blew my expectations away, especially rewatching it, picking up more and more different little things that just make it a whole lot more interesting and more exciting to watch and look forward to come out in December. So I'm pretty much just going to run through my list of dot points that I want to talk about for this trailer because it's really just my thoughts, not so much a review. My first thought, Jason Momoa. I like his performance a lot better in this trailer, and it looks like he's got a much better performance than he did in Justice League. Same character, just better. It feels like more fleshed out. I like him a lot more in this trailer rather than, you know, him like riding with Cyborg and smashing into a building. That really shouldn't have been the introduction of Aquaman, because that was my one critique of Aquaman in Justice League. He felt like the most underdeveloped character. Not the worst character, for me that was Cyborg, but the most underdeveloped character, and it felt like there was no explanation for what Atlantis was, how it worked, what the rules were, and I felt super lost in those Atlantis scenes, so there should have been the Aquaman movie before Justice League, and I reckon that would have made it a lot better. But I'm glad we're getting one now, and I'm so happy that, and Jason Momoa looks a lot better, but I'm so happy that James Wan is directing. He is an incredible filmmaker. He is from Melbourne, I'm from Melbourne. I want to make films, he's already making films. We have a lot in common. I even like that he got his buddy Lee Winnell into the movie somehow. He's the pilot that they jump out of at the very end. He directed Upgrade. You know, that movie up there, he directed that. My now number 2 movie of the year, he directed that. He's great. And I like that in this movie it seems like that they have a lot of Australian, New Zealand sort of not vibes in it. It feels like we've got a real solid vibe going. Like you got Nicole Kidman, who's in the movie, Australian, Aquaman's dad, New Zealander, I'm pretty sure. Born in a lighthouse. I would like it if, you know, he came from New Zealand, sort of thing. Not just, you know, there was a New Zealand guy on the coast of California, and that's the way he was. But I would really like if it was like, you know, from New Zealand, but it doesn't look like it. I think the kids that are bullying him in the aquarium are from America. I would have loved to have, you know, seen Aquaman come from, you know, the Southern Hemisphere. I reckon that would have been a really cool element to add to Aquaman. Even though it might not be fair to the comics, I'm like, I don't care. I want Australia and New Zealand represent. The action as well looks awesome. Every action wide shot, the underwater gladiator fights, just the wide shots of those, they look really cool. The whole thing where the crowd goes silent and then they go, yeah! That was awesome. That is a shot that just grabs me because I'm like, so many people, and they did it in unison. How many takes would that have taken? Because it looks like so enthusiastic. And then there's him in the submarine, and then there's him and Mera jumping from that boat into the water with all those like xenomorph thingos that are coming after them. That was just an awesome shot. Maybe the best shot in the trailer. But then there's like, you know, just Patrick Wilson riding, you know, giant sharks, and they go in against the giant crab people, and that's a really cool shot, and that makes me really interested. Speaking of the villain, Patrick Wilson and Black Manta, and, you know, a couple other people I'm assuming, but, you know, they look really cool. They don't really flesh out his motivation. I've heard what his motivation is, and it's a great, realistic motivation that I would 100% buy. It's when I'm not going to spoil it now, but maybe in like a later trailer when they reveal it, or when they, like, you know, when they actually reveal it, I'll talk about it. But his motivation, I've heard, it's super clear, super good, and he looks like really menacing in this movie. I would have liked, though, to have seen, you know, the clip of a bit of Willem Dafoe in the movie, and Dolph Lundgren, because he's in the movie as well. And one thing I just want to, final points, cinematography and visual effects work absolutely stunning together. Those shots of Atlantis look great. The shots of, you know, the CGI looks all fleshed out and great. And I know they're probably going to do a bit more work, but it looks almost already finished. It looks great, and I love it. Aquaman is, I don't know, definitely my number 1 movie that I'm excited for in December. That's like, you know, what else have we got? Oh, that's fallen down. I should probably fix that. And that one's fallen down too. I should probably fix that one as well. What else is coming out in December? So have you seen the Aquaman trailer? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, comment on the fun. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Well done, you made it to the end of the video. Why don't you click on one of these 2 videos for more content, or subscribe, so just be reminded of when I upload. So, you know, subscribe. That'd be great.